Hello, Novabug here with his cup of tea. Told you I'm off the beer. Cup of tea. It's good stuff. Anyway, I thought I'd do a video response. I haven't done a video response for a while, and I will be doing a video response to this man, the man with the T-Rex on his space station, or T-Rex space station, or Mr. Ben. Ben asked some questions, 5 questions, 5 in total, and good questions too. And so I had to think about them, and yeah, why not? Bit of a video response. Good video responses are good, always good. So we'll kick off straight away with the first one. He says, excuse me, I'm looking away from the camera. How rude of me. Is there any point in buying a current gen console? Obviously means what was termed the next gen, so PS4, Xbox One, Wii U. Short answer for me, yes. And I'll give you my reasons. He makes a good point about a lot of lackluster games in the first full year of their life, especially the Xbox One and the PS4. A lot of remakes, a lot of remasters, and far too many of the games coming out on the older consoles as well, the PS3 and the 360. So not many exclusives, and some of the games that have come out have come out to a lot of hype and not lived up to what they are. We can always underline some of them. Drive Club, possibly, you could argue. Titanfall, Destiny, Watch Dogs, you know, and of course they're multi-plats as well, so they're on both, possibly sometimes 3 with the Wii U. But I think it's worth getting them because I think I can only speak for the PS4 here and the Wii U because I have a Wii U and I think it's fantastic, and I play with it every day. I play with the Wii U every day. I'll reiterate what I just said there. And I regularly play on my brother's PS4 as well, and I enjoy it. I think it's a great console. I think the Wii U is a fantastic console. I haven't even seen or touched an Xbox One yet, so I can't really speak for that. But I imagine it's kind of similar sort of story with the PlayStation 4. You'd like to have them because normally, when you look at past generation consoles, most of the really great titles come out a year or so after the console has had its inaugural 12 months. Inaugural 12 months. Speak, Christopher. And that's what I think the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One will do. There's some cracking games will probably be on the horizon very soon. The Wii U has proved this. Started off slow, the Wii U. Had some good titles at the beginning, but it had a very slow, creepy kind of sales. But now, I mean, the end of this year, it blew away the sales. In terms of games, the games that came out for the Wii U at the end of 2014 were excellent. You had Smash Brothers, Mario Kart 8, and Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze. They're fantastic games, they really are. And I could see, with obviously Nintendo's plans, there's going to be many other great games for it, so I think it's definitely good to have a Wii U. And of course you've got the Virtual Console and more games coming out for that. So I would definitely recommend one of them. And of course you'll only get the exclusives. Many of the exclusives will come on the Wii U as well. You certainly won't get Nintendo IPs on anything else, and certain others like Bayonetta 2 of course as well. Another absolutely excellent game. So yes, I think, you know, bending on your console of choice, it is worthwhile to get one, possibly an investment for the future. Future-proof, as you would say. So that's what I'll be doing, and hopefully this year I'll be picking on myself up a PS4, so I'll have 2 of the current gens. Next question, what do you think about indie games? I think indie games are fucking fantastic when they're good. They can be dirge, they can be a load of crap, but when you come across an indie game which is just excellent, then I'm all for indie developers. Always have been. I mean, I come from an era where people were writing games in their bedrooms, the bedrooms to billions thing. Of course, we all know about that. On the 8-bit computers, now to 16 bits, and I love all that stuff. I mean, people that do it independently, make games independently, is fantastic. As long as they don't get stuck up their own arse, of course. I'm talking to you, Mr. Fish. Your game wasn't that good anyway. I played it. Best game for me, one of the best games for me last year was Resogun. I keep harping on about it on the PS4. PS4 exclusive. Yeah, fantastic game. I think it topped the charts in the PlayStation magazine for 6 months, 7 months, #1 game, indie game, free with PS Plus it was, and it's just come out on the Vita as well. So I do, yeah. Indie developers, big thumbs up for me, and indie games, of course. Go. Will there be any changes to your channel in 2015? Well, if you take a look here, then I have a video to tell you about the changes to my channel, so I don't have to reiterate and blah 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 and everything. I don't have to say it all again, do I? But one thing I will say, as I've already mentioned the Wii U, is that one of my collection goals has changed. I am attempting to go for a Wii U full power collection. More details can be found there. Sorry about the shameless plug there, Ben. What is your opinion on selling games from your collection and downsizing? Now, I've spoken about this before. Years back, before I started doing YouTube and before I got back into collecting, I had an extensive library of SNES games and PlayStation 1 games, and quite a few PlayStation 2 games at the time as well. And I went through a stage of basically just selling them all off, and I sold some absolutely cracking games off. I had a boxed Super Star Wars in mint condition, sold that. I had a boxed Secret of Evermore mint condition PAL copy as well, sold that. So I let some really great games go. I sold my original copy of Final Fantasy VII, Final Fantasy VIII, Final Fantasy IX. I've got 2 of them back now, back into the PlayStation collection. My Burnout games, a lot of my original Gran Turismos, GTA, I sold loads off. And I regretted that because I had to get them all back, and I haven't got them all back yet. I've got most of them back. So I don't recommend it, because I think you would regret, if you're a serious collector, I think you would regret it, and I did regret it, and I wish I never did it now, but you live and learn. It's a good job I didn't sell any of the GX games off. I mean, my entire Amstrad collection was completely gone, all of it. A whole lot was sold off in one lump. What was I thinking at the time, you know? I mean, going back about 10 years now, though. So it was a stupid thing to do, and I wish I never did it. But if you just want to play games, experience them and then pass them on, then fine. I mean, it's entirely up to you and how you want to be a gamer. Do you want to be a collector or not? Do you want to collect systems or not? Do you want to collect games or not? I mean, we know certain YouTubers that just collect the hardware. Certain YouTubers go for full collections. Certain YouTubers just collect a large range of different systems and games. It's entirely up to you. That's my view on it anyway. I just cut myself, haven't I? No, sorry, I'm just picking something. So, I'm not a big fan of selling games on, especially if it's for like a collection that you want. If I've got duplicates, of course, I'll either give them away or sell them. And sometimes when I pick up games in bundles, like sports games, for instance, for the PS2, 1, that kind of thing, I'm not a big sports game fan per se. So I generally will sell them on as well. But that's basically it. I certainly won't be selling any Amstrad stuff from here on in. No way, and neither Wii U stuff either. Excuse me. And finally, last question. Do you still play multiplayer games in person with friends? I like to, when the chance arises. But the chance doesn't arise that often, which is a bit of a shame, because we're all approaching middle age now, and all my friends are. We're just very busy with life in general, work, family, all that kind of shenanigans. So game playing is sort of restricted to private sessions, isn't it, nowadays? So a lot of my game playing is single player stuff, and I go online when I can. But I do like multiplayer stuff. I still love playing Wii Sports and Wii Sports Resort. I mean, they're still really fun for me. The family quiz games, like the Buzz games, good on the PlayStation 2, good fun. When I get a chance, I still like playing them. Like I say, the chance doesn't arise that often. When it does, I normally do jump on it, and when a mate comes around, I say, shall I play this? All I've got to do is pull out one of the retro consoles, and he's well up for it. Yeah, we play Sensible Soccer on the Mega Drive, or Worms on PlayStation. My brother as well, get the Super Nintendo out. So I do like to, but not as often as I would like to. I do like to, but not as often as I would like to, if that makes sense. Okay. I hope you found them answers interesting. If you didn't, well, you must have found them boring. So, fair enough. That was just my response to you, Ben. Have a good one, mate, and I will bid you a fond farewell. Novabug, with his tea, out.